Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. This is Narwhal. Say hello to everyone, Narwhal. Good girl. We are here just off of the Haygate here in Buckland, and as you see, the Spring Festival has arrived. Let's go ahead and click on it, get that started. The residents of Breland have built an impressive hedge maze. Folks are traveling from all around to try their hand at navigating the maze, drink, and make merriment. Join in the festivities and welcome to the Spring Festival. Alright, we'll go ahead and accept that. And when we click on it again to finish it, we'll say, ready yourself for travel to the hedge maze in the horsefields of Breland to experience this year's spring celebration. Hurry and join in the festivities. And it'll would give us experience, and it gives us a map to get over there to the horsefields, to the celebrations going on. So there you go. I got to say, I really enjoyed the new splash screens as well. They are quite pretty. The new character screen, that is. The character selection, the different areas for the different races are all very nice. Very high detail, very pretty there. Be nice to see that, although here you see it too. Look at all those leaves and all back there moving. How pretty everything is. I mean, you get areas in this game that are just truly beautiful. Truly remarkable. All right. Let's see where we are. We are at dusk. Of course it's going to be dusk as we go into the old forest. What else would it be? So we are going to go in. We're going to do forest wolves, forest bears, forest bats. And I'm sure we've got a few other quests to be done over in there as well. Let's see what we got. Those three. Don't think that. Nope, that's in the Breefields. That should be in the Breefields. The Horn Call of Buckland, that one we have to go and talk to Strider. So at this point, it looks like we've got to go in and finish the wolves, the bears, and the bats. I'm going to go do that now. There's no point in y'all going along and watching me run around in there killing things. So we are going to do that, finish off the ones for those three. And I swear we had something else that we had to go in there and finish up. Or maybe that was that guy that was camped. I don't remember. I'll have to take a look. Anyway, I'm going to go in and see if we can finish up these three. And once we get those three knocked out of the way, oh, and I know one other thing too. If y'all remember that flower, when we ran into that quest the other day, the deed the other day, and let's go ahead and pull up our friend the bears. Pull up Bobo here. Y'all remember when we did that, when we were last adventuring, we came across that flower that Tom Bombadil had turned one of the Entwives into a flower, and there's several of them scattered about. Well, you can find another one. Should be right up, not too far away. I want to say it's up and along here. We'll go ahead and take this one out. Go. That's almost half of our wolves done. There is a little niche in the side along here somewhere. Alright, it's not this one. This is one of the few ways out of the forest into the Breefield, so maybe we turned one too soon. I do miss those. I mean, it's easier to move around, but I do miss the oak roots and all attacking you as you went along. It does make it a whole lot easier to move around in here, but it is missing something of the ambiance and all that it had, you know? Let's see, is it up there perhaps? This where we go? Is that it? When we find it, I know there's one close over here on this area. When I find it, no, the Dire Glade. When I find it, I will let y'all know. And show you, there it is, right over there. I knew it was somewhere. Roston's flower. So we'll get that as soon as we fight our way through these Gloomwings here. And that should go a long ways toward making our requirements. Boy, didn't have to hardly do anything there, did we? Alright, we'll see you in just a few here. And we've taken out all the bats in this area. That was hardly anything. It took us up to halfway. Here we go. Roston's flower. An unearthly white flower gently glowing from within. The forest leaves nearby seem to whisper an ancient name as you approach. Alright, so we've found 2 of them now. Let me go ahead and pull up Roston's flower and see the old forest. There we go. Flowers of the old forest. You have found the flower of Roston. It is believed that she was once an Entwife who stood with vigilance over her gardens. None could approach without her knowledge, and those with evil intent would feel her gaze upon them and flee. She passed into the old forest many long years ago and became part of the forest, granting her keen senses to the trees and creatures herein, that evil might not approach unseen. For those were dark days, and few places remained that were untouched by the power of Sauron. The flowers are said to mark the place where she disappeared into the forest, and seem to have been tended by someone. Alright, there's 6 more Entwives to find inside the old forest here. We are going to continue along. Oh yes, it's nighttime. Look at the fireflies coming out. So pretty. Old Forest is a pretty place if it just wasn't so much antipathy toward those things that walk on 2 legs. We're going to continue fighting our Gloomwings and all here, and we will see you in a bit. Bald Hill. Bald Hill is a treeless slope which rises above the treetops of the old forest. Nevertheless, little of the surrounding landscape can be seen from here. Alright guys, we have finished all of the 3 quests, the hunting quest, the bears, the bats, and the wolves. We are going to make our way back out. We are just south of the bonfire glade here. In fact, we didn't have to go any further than basically the bonfire glade, over there to Bald Hill, and then just slightly south of Bald Hill down to where the stacks of wood are for that forester that wanted us to collect. You can pretty much collect all the bats, especially this time of night. But the bats and the wolves and the bears are all here in the lower beginning areas. Something I've seen, also wanted to point out, as you go along, you'll see these little patches of light here. Like there's one right here. And you'll see there's one there, and there's a lot of them on the path. There's one there. There's a lot on the path heading back up to Bald Hill. There used to be torches here. There used to be torches stuck up, like tiki torch type things stuck up in the ground here that caused these patches of light that you see all the way. They led all the way up to Bald Hill. And for some reason, when they revamped the old forest, they got rid of the torches, which, you know, maybe they figured it wasn't really very accurate to the book. Not that that's a whole lot in this game that's religiously accurate to the book, but it does leave these little problematic patches of light along the trail there that don't really seem to have a purpose. They're missing their torches. Okay, let's go over here and talk to Heino, Tunnelly, and Brace Girdle. Boy, that sounds like a dangerous law firm, doesn't it? Berengar Heino.
Hello.
I look forward to not hearing howls in the night. Thank you, Narvine. All right. Mr. Brace Girdle.
Oh, it's been a foul day, it has.
Well done. Here's your fee. And Tunnelly.
Just a moment.
Looks like you've been busy in these woods. Well, a promise is a promise, and you've earned this well. Okay, so we have finished off those now. And I believe that is all of the quests that we have in this area. Is that correct? Let's look at L. Yeah, trophies for the walls. That's up there in, that's up in the Bree Fields. Envy of the Four Farthings, that's along the Brandywine River. Meal for Men, that's over there for collecting for Adso. I guess we can do the Envy of the Four Farthings. Let's go ahead because he's still here. I think that may be it. Whoop, I'm seeing, oh, someone else lit up. All right, I guess you do all three of those. I knew there had to
speak with
be
you a moment?
more quests along this area. Forest spiders. 24 of them. Oh my god. Well, we'll definitely hold off on that one for a while. That'll be finished up sometime between this and whenever I meet you next time. We'll do it all off camera. Giant spiders are a menace to everyone, but there have been until recently been only a few in the old forest. Now their webs can be found in many places, and we are worried that they may soon spread to endanger everyone. There's a tunnel through the high hay east of here. As you see the reward, it's not just money and experience, they actually give you an item. So that tells you that that should be in the last quest in the chain for these three gentlemen. We will go ahead and accept it. Don't see any others. Let's keep an eye on the map here. Meantime, we're going to head to the north. Go out of the gate up here, head along the banks of the Brandywine, and see if we can find those, I guess, mushrooms that he's got us looking for. Let's go ahead and add that to the tracker. Right there. All right. Yep, collect 20 20. Ooh, they don't ask for little, do they? 20 wild mushrooms. Alrighty. Sure, whatever. We can do that. I wish they'd be along here where the ale and cram always can be found. Wow, that seems like it was just a little while ago, but it was so long ago. That was back in September, wasn't it? Boy, 6 months ago that we were out here collecting ale and cram. Time flies. That's all there is to say about it. Use it well, 'cause time flies. Wow. All right, speaking of which, let's get on up here and see if we can get these. Get on up here and see if we can get these mushrooms that they're speaking of. That's my favorite little whistle again. Favorite little whistle / flute music as you run past the bridge. Yeah, is this where I find the mushrooms? Is this where it's going to be? Up here in this little marshy area? Yes, there we go. Wild mushrooms. The danger along here, I think, is there's slugs. I think there's as many slugs along here as what you find in the old, what is it, the rush bog? Whatever the name of ooh, cannot remember the name of the little swamp there in the northern part of the Shire. Where you get between the Shire and where the dwarf area is. Burn you to the ground, pal. Hit you with a stick again. Come on. Alright, they're down. We're going to keep hunting these mushrooms. Once we get however many, 20 of them, we will rejoin you as we go back over there. This is a tasty looking mushroom with a broad cap that could be stuffed with all manner of tasty foods. Alright, that's got our 20 mushrooms. Let's head on back. And then I need to stop there, find out how long we've been, and chat with the wife. She is sending me messages that her back is hurting, so I may have to leave there and go over and rub her back up for a bit and get her feeling better. So let's go finish this one right quick, and then we will be at least taking a brief pause. We also put in the travelogue for Bald Hill. I don't think we did that last time. Yep, there we go. Turmeric ragwort.
Hello there.
Look at all this bountiful fare. You've certainly held up your end of the bargain well, friend. I shall do the same. The ovens at the inn will smell like the finest ovens in all the Shire. This is a fine day. All right, fantastic. So it looks like she's probably got the one with
How
the...
can I be of service?
Yep, a meal for men,
What
and that's the
can I
one with
do
the
for you?
trophies. Yep, so I need to finish up these two here. For some reason, I thought they were over there at Adso's camp, but apparently they've either been moved over here or were over here to begin with. Anyway, we're going to call it there. I'm going to go see what my wife wants, and I will be back to say goodbye here shortly, or to continue on. We'll see you in just a few. Okay, we're back. Checked with the wife. Things are doing okay there at the moment, so we are going to head on out here, see about getting the trophies and the items for the meal for men. So we need to collect bear haunches and boar shanks up here in the area of the Brandy Hills. So we'll go ahead and add that, and the trophies for the walls, where we had to collect the carcasses, the heads, the carcasses, and the hides. So we'll add that as well. All right, both of those are up here in the Bree field, so that is where we are heading. All up here in this area. We should be able to start pretty much from right about here. Yep, see there's a boar over there. There should be some bears and wolves here. There are. So I will go ahead and see if I can take this one on. I don't know how Bobo may be having some ethical dilemmas with fighting these pristine wolf carcasses. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one, shall we? Yep, wrong one. Right there, pristine wolf carcass. A skilled taxidermist will turn this carcass into a fearsome trophy, befitting the halls of men. All right, so we're going to continue doing that. And see what we can take out here. Looks like we might have a twofer coming up. Wonder if pulling him will pull the boar as well. No, it doesn't look like it. The wolf carcass. Alright, so you see what we're going to be doing. We're going to be hunting the wolves. We're going to be taking on these splinter tusks. Hunting down any bears we find, which probably are a good deal closer to Adzo's camp over there. Let's go ahead and hit this one while we're at it. Boy, Bobo makes short work of those, doesn't he? He may have ethical qualms about fighting his fellow bears, but he takes out his dilemmas on the wolves and the boars there, doesn't he? Okay, guys. So I will see you again when we have collected all the items that they need for us to collect for these two quests. This has been a real quick bit of hunting here. We basically just followed right on along the edges of the old forest. In fact, we spent most of our time right over there along the actual edge of the forest, the eaves of the forest. It's just once we wiped all those out, then we had to come back over here to the road. So it was not difficult at all. We're going to follow the road right back over to Buckland now and do a meal for men and trophies for the walls. And then at that point, I would imagine that if they have a third quest, that is when we will pick it up. Picking a little bit, that was the first little bit of lag that we've had, so that ain't too bad. Yay, purveyor of odd things, Scarvet. Hello, Scarvet. But we've had some issues with, I'm still having issues with lag. I told y'all before that, I had the problem with my internet went down for just about an entire day and had to get, so angry with the Spectrum folks trying to tell me that they needed to send a technician to my house when I kept telling them, no, it's the entire neighborhood's out. I've talked to my neighbors. It's not just my house, okay? But anyway, it's been laggy ever since. I think I need to clear the cache, do a few other things. I'm going to try a few more things on this end. Keeps having issues with getting to the DNS server. So once I do what things I can do on this end, it's maybe time for another nasty phone call to the technicians. Although I'm sure they'd be like, well, we need to send out a tech. No, you don't need to send out a freaking tech. You need to fix it on your end, okay? Let's go in here. Let's talk to our intrepid tradespeople right inside here and see what they have to say. Miss Ella Lillipond. First, let's pull it up and take a look at everything. Pristine bear carcass. We did that. Clean kill yields this bear carcass. In the hands of a skilled taxidermist, it will make a fine trophy piece. Coarse and thick, excellent for throws, rugs, and wall mounts. No weapon blows mar this boar's head. It will make a perfect mounted trophy. And of course, a skilled taxidermist befitting the halls of men.
Hello there.
Adzo will be pleased with this delivery. We will salt and smoke the meat, and it will serve as the center of our food for men within the inn. Thank you for taking the time to collect this meat for me. Here, you have earned this reward.
Okay, now let's talk to Ted Reedy. I wonder if the three of them will give me a fourth one.
What can I do for you?
Here are some excellent samples. I am certain that the taxidermist can make these into fine items befitting a lodge. Adzo will be quite pleased. Here's your payment, and thank you for your assistance.
I remember actually carrying Adzo's axe for a while on Glenoran. But that was a while ago. Completed Breland Adventurer. Alright, we finished another one, huh? Deed bestowed, Breland Adventurer Advance, where we have to complete 15 more quests here in the Breland area. We have completed the Breland Adventure Plain. I guess that was the first 15. We got 10 Lotro points. Empathy. Increased reputation with the men of Bree. Anything there? Nope. Let's see. There we go. Danger presses upon Breland from all sides, foreshadowing the ascension of a great darkness. You are called to stand against the shadow. Your efforts on behalf of Breland will be rewarded. And indeed they were. All right, Trumrick, you've got another one for us.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Sharing the load. I must say, I never expected the outpouring of generosity we have received. Certainly we have paid for the services we've been given, but the harvest is so great there have been no means to transport our goods to Adzo's camp. I must ask you for a small favor. Just outside of Brandy Hall to the south, there's a stable where I've seen Tolly Brockhouse, the local woodcutter, speaking with folks. I am certain that he would be willing to help. Could you speak with him and see if he could spare a wagon for the trip to Adzo's? Let me know what he said when you are done. All right, we can do that. I think we'll go speak to Mr. Brockhouse here now. We've spoken to him before, of course. And I think we were going to call that a night. What a beautiful night it is. Everything looks so pretty out here. The Shire's always been the prettiest location in all of Lotro, though. In my personal opinion, I really think that they went above and beyond to make the Shire a really special place, because they knew that this was kind of the heart of the whole story. The heart and soul of Lord of the Rings is the Shire. Either the people living there, or the adventure, the shenanigans that went on there, or the danger and discomfort that people would put themselves through to defend it. You know, there was a reason why Gandalf loved the Shire so much and treated it so well. And Aragorn as well, the way they never wanted anything bad to happen to it and would defend it to the death. Totally Brockhouse.
Just a moment.
Trimmick Ragwort needs a wagon. I suppose I could spare a wagon and a couple of mules to share the load toward the camp. Trimrick is a good fellow and will surely return them when he is done. With the trouble we are seeing in the old forest, it seems unlikely that I will have need of all my wagons in the foreseeable future. Tell Trumlick that I will send along a driver, 2 mules, and a wagon by sundown on the morrow. I should expect that he can have it back to me within a week. And if you are looking to help out around here, there's plenty to do. All right. Let's go and talk to Trumrick. We'll finish this one up. And I think that's a good spot to do it. Right there at the gates of Buckland itself. He's probably going to send us want us to accompany him or to take the wagon or to do something along the lines of an escort or a quest, that will probably take us further over to Adzo's camp, I would imagine. So we will see. We will call it there, and then we will go and see if we can kill off literally a couple of dozen spiders in the old forest. And then we will be just about through with Buckland here, I do believe. I had a question that someone asked if I was going to go and do the quest in the Shire. I will not be doing that on Narwhal just because the vast majority of the Shire quests are gray to me now. They're all too low a level. And I like doing this kind of stuff on level. You know, that's the whole reason why I created Narwhal here. So I will probably be creating a Hobbit just to get the Shire quest done. Will be perhaps Narlo's little brother, perhaps. Let's see, Tremor.
Hello there.
Tolly will help us. That is wonderful news. We will begin preparing the crates for loading and should get it on the road by morning. We truly could not have done this without you, friend. Here, take this. It should cover the cost of travels and a little more. I am concerned for Tolly, though. What trouble could there be in the old forest?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Mr. Haybank, meet... You have done so much. I think it is time to meet the hobbit you've been helping, Adzo Haybank. You will find that he is a caring fellow with much on his mind. His camp is difficult to miss, as the work is happening right along the roadside. You will travel east along the Great East Road for some distance, about halfway to Bree before you arrive. When you get there, you should be welcomed. Thank you again, Narwhal. All right, that's what I was thinking. It was just kind of logical that at that point they would send you out to go meet Adzo itself. But there we go. We have finished up there. I hope you have enjoyed our little foray back into SLOTRO here. We will continue on. When I see you next time, we're going to sit here and we're going to think about, are we going to go to Adzo first, or are we going to travel deeper into the old forest and kill those spiders? We'll consider it, and we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and bye-bye.